Welcome back. The Prime Minister today met with the university vice-chancellors in a bid to de-escalate tensions on UK campuses. Students have set up pro-Palestinian protests against the war in Gaza at more than a dozen universities. That's led to calls from Rishi Sunak for the institutions to do more to protect Jewish students and have zero tolerance for anti-Semitism. From Leeds, here's our social affairs correspondent, Sarah Corker.
In the centre of campus, pro-Palestinian students at Leeds University say they plan to camp here indefinitely, part of a wave of demonstrations in recent weeks at around 15 universities against Israel's military operation in Gaza.
For us, the free speech is about making sure that we can protest for Palestine. We do not in any way incite violence or hatred or anything of the sort. We are here for peace and for justice and to protest against our university's complicity. So to any students that agree with those principles, then I would urge them to come and join our encampment.
There is visible security on campus. Some here argue the university should be a politically neutral zone. Jewish students told me they feel intimidated by the camp and the protesters.
We don't feel safe. Many things have happened since October the 7th, and that's got much worse. It's intensified quite a lot. The concept of emotional intimidation that we're feeling every single day, but also the idea that we don't know what's going to happen next. Some of us have had swastikas drawn on our cars, some of us have been spat out on the street. There is an element of intimidation that the vast majority of Jewish students are feeling.
Anti-Semitic abuse at universities tripled last year. Today in Westminster, the Prime Minister met with the university leaders. They aim to support Vice-Chancellors to defend free speech, but also to protect students.
We can have different views, but we have a responsibility to be able to share those in an agreeable way and not, not to be harassing or intimidating or making somebody feel particularly unsafe or unwelcome.
The meeting comes after violent scenes in the US, where protests erupted into physical violence.
But it's something that we really need to keep an eye on. This is all about de-escalation, dialogue where it makes sense, and actually trying to ensure that we don't see anything like what we've seen in the US.
Back in Leeds, these students are calling on the university to cut financial ties with Israeli companies and say this is a peaceful protest.
Do you think, though, that Leeds University has a problem with anti-Semitism?
I think that across the country there is a problem with anti-Semitism. I think that's a horrific problem that should be dealt with.
The university says it will continue to provide support for all students and is monitoring this encampment, but tensions on campus are rising. Sarah Corker, ITV News in Leeds.